let me start off by saying I was a little hesitant to make this video for a number of reasons. One being, I don't know that seeing how much other people make really helps inspire people to make money. I think some of it does the exact opposite. I think it frustrates people. I think it annoys some people, and I think it angers people. But what I try and do on this channel is I try and be as honest and as transparent as possible to show you what is really possible when it comes to making money online. So what we're going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how much I've made through the first essentially 6 months of 2023. I'm going to talk about how I did it. We're also going to talk about what Social Blade says, because people love to rely on Social Blade, and I'm going to give you some tips about how you could potentially do this quicker. So if you want to learn how much I've made through the first 6 months of 2023, make sure you watch this entire video and leave a comment below about your goals, dreams, and aspirations for starting your own YouTube channel. Hi, my name is Alston Godbolt with alstongodbolt.com. I create content to actually help you make money online, and not just to put money into my own pockets. And if you want to be added to this globe, simply reply or comment down below with your city, state, province, country, and I'll get you pinned. All right, so as I mentioned, what we're going to do today is I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've made so far through the first 6 months of 2023, how you can do it too, how you can do it faster. We're going to compare this to my 2022, the entire year, and we're going to compare this to what Social Blade says. So without further ado, without belaboring the point at all, let's talk about what I've done in 2022. So this was the entire year of 2022. As you can see, if you look at my screen here, I earned over 600,000 views. I had 32 hours of watch time. Now, I want to point out with watch time, in the very beginning, when you're first getting started, it feels like it's impossible to meet the watch time requirements. And now I pretty much get those watch time requirements every single day. And I mean, it's something that you're just going to have to kind of work through and do. I earned 12,000 subscribers for the entire year of 2022, and I made $14,028.92, which you can see was more than I made in the previous year. So for the entire year, I made about a little over $1,000 a month, which is a pretty good supplemental income. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that this is just one YouTube channel. This is just one revenue stream. And the cool thing about starting an online business and making money online is that you can have multiple revenue streams. So this doesn't include like digital products that I sell, whether through my mailing list or through Etsy. This doesn't include affiliate marketing, which is a pretty substantial part of my business. This doesn't include some of those other things like blogging and all that cool stuff. So the cool thing about starting an online business is you can have multiple prongs in your business, and it'll start to grow over time as long as you're consistent and persistent. Now, the ultimate thing that you should take from my channel is consistency and persistence. I have been uploading for this channel or to this channel for maybe 4 or 5 years now. And if you look at my 2022, it was the best year ever at $14,000. And if I had to quit after year one, if I had to quit after making 100 videos, I would have essentially been a failure. I would have been frustrated. I would have been like so many other people and said, YouTube doesn't work. But one thing that you absolutely have to take from this channel is consistency and persistence. Show up every single day like it's your job in the very beginning, and then eventually you can back off. Now, you don't have to create a YouTube video every day, but when I mean show up to your online job like it's a business, do something to help it grow every single day. That's one thing that I want to try and instill in everybody, is to show up to your online business like it's a job in the very beginning. And once you have the roots planted, the seeds planted, it can pay you back for weeks, months, and years to come. So consistency and persistence is going to be your best friend. It's going to be very challenging. It's going to be very frustrating in the beginning. You're going to want to give up. You're going to throw your hands up in the air and say, this doesn't work. But it's going to take time for most people. Now, a lot of people talk about the instant success, the overnight success that they have. Those are what I like to call unicorns. Those are people that have the top 1% that have the one-off success. Most of us are not that unicorn. Few of us are going to be the quitters, but most of us are the type of people that have to show up every single day and keep learning and keep growing. Okay. The other thing that I want to point out is you don't need fancy equipment. All of this equipment that you see, the lights, this fancy camera, the microphone, and the camera over here, I just bought this within the last couple months. Okay. Start with what you have. If you just have a cell phone, that is good enough to create YouTube videos. In fact, Most of my videos until early part of this year was done with a webcam that it's actually right here, but it was a simple 1080p webcam that you could buy for less than $100. So start with what you have. You can go to a thrift store. You could go to a secondhand store. You could go to one of those places like, I forgot the name, but you can go to a place where they're a pawn shop. Start with what you have. You don't need fancy computer. You don't need all that stuff. Start with your phone. You can do editing right in your phone and upgrade over time. Very important. And I want to make sure I get that out because that's going to be a huge excuse for why people don't get started. I don't have the money. I don't have the fancy equipment. I don't have this. I don't have that. You don't need that stuff to get up and running. Okay. So now let's take a look and see what Social Blade says. People love to rely on Social Blade when it comes to figuring out how much people make. According to Social Blade says that I make about $2,000 per month. Okay. Social Blade's off. Social Blade is wrong, okay? Now, Social Blade has no idea because it doesn't know anything about the channel. It doesn't know anything about the content I create. It's just taking low averages, they're plugging them into the number of views, and they're spitting out some random number. Okay, so don't rely, when people tell you Social Blade numbers, always take it with a grain of salt, especially if you don't know the CPM, the cost per 1,000 or the RPM. If you don't know that stuff, always take it with a grain of salt. Some people's numbers are going to be lower. Some people's numbers are going to be much higher. All right. So Social Blade, 100% wrong. Now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about how much I made so far in 2023. Now, today's June 26th. I still have a few days left in the first half of the year, so this number could, in fact, change. First thing that we want to talk about is the number of views that I've gotten just this year alone. This year, I've earned 3 million views, okay? That is an insane amount. 3 million people, 3 million views, not necessarily people, but 3 million views on my content is insane to think about. That's the size of countries. That's bigger than countries, some countries. I've had 180,000 watch hours. Like I mentioned in the very beginning, you're going to feel like it's impossible to get those 3,000 hours or 4,000 hours of watch time. But now I get that in a day, essentially. This year alone, I've gained 65, almost 66,000 subscribers. So most of the people here are new to my channel within the last 6 months. Last year, the entire year, I got 12,000 subscribers. Now I get that in about a month, maybe a month and a half if the month is down. Now, for the number that we've all been waiting for, the number that a lot of people want to know. So far this month, or so far through the first 6 months of 2023, I have made $51,531.54 with my YouTube channel. Now, again, that's insane to think about because just last year I made, I think, was it $14,000 total? That comes out to about $8,000 or $9,000 per month. Feature me here. I just wanted to make sure that I emphasized and said thank you for the millions of views. 3 million views is an incredible number to wrap your mind around. I want to make sure, even if I go on to say it later on, well, I take a moment to say thank you. Without you watching these videos and sharing and commenting and doing all of that good stuff, I would have never been able to reach 3 million views and have the success that I've had in the first 6 months of 2023. So 100% thank you. Keep watching my stuff, obviously, but more importantly, take action. Let's get back to the rest of the video. And really what's driving that number, and I'll show you the revenue behind it, what's really driving the number is the I Tried It series. Me testing out different side hustles is really what is the biggest driver. And it's something that anybody can do. Find a niche, find your niche, find popular videos within that niche and give it a test. And just to quickly show you how I do this, it's really simple. What I do is I'll type in something like make money online in 2023. Then I'll come up to filters. I will sort by either this week or this month. I'll do this month. And then I just sort by I sort by view count. Okay. And with view count, I'm just going to scroll through, look at these largest videos. Some of these are going to not be in English, so they're not really going to make sense to me. I find a video, or I'll type in something like, make money with PayPal. Okay. And then I follow through this process again. I'll do this month, and then I'll do filters again, and I'll do view count. And you'll see here that some of these videos are claiming that you can make lots of money with PayPal. And you're just going to scroll through, watch the video. You're going to implement what they recommend. The other thing that I've done too is I started collecting YouTube channels that are within my niche that are creating these types of videos. For example, I'll open up this like this, how to make money online. Ryan Hildreth, I'll open this, and I just simply will watch the video and I'll try and implement it. Now, again, that's something that anybody can do with any niche. Now, if I'm looking at this channel here, I'm simply going to look at the most viral videos over the last 2 weeks. This one here has 38,000 views. I am going to try this video. I relay what I try, and then I make a video about it. Now, the key thing in what I've done, what I think I've done, is I will use the exact same title and I'll put "I tried it" in front of it. I will use the exact same thumbnail as you guys have seen multiple times, and I'll just put the title "I tried it" above it. Now, to get this thumbnail, for example, I'll download the Chrome extension. It's either vidIQ or TubeBuddy. I have them both, as you can see. I'm just going to open this one up for example. I'll probably try this video and I'll give you some results later on this week or maybe next week. I'll come down here. You'll be able to get the thumbnail and click on this thumbnail, right click, save image as, and then just like that, I have this video. I have the thumbnail for the video. Really simple, really easy. And then that goes on my thumbnail. I tried it, and then I make some sort of weird face. But as you can see, if we look at this, these "I tried it" videos are really the biggest drivers. The other thing that drives the video views is looking at trending topics. Now, everybody is talking about ChatGPT, and everybody's talking about how you can make quick money with ChatGPT. And so I tried to try those videos, and I also tried to find real ways that you could make money with ChatGPT. As you can see, this is a breakdown of the money that I've made. But the key to your success and the key to my success is ultimately waking up every single day and approaching this like a job. Now, I only work a couple hours per day. I probably work at most 3 hours per day if I'm uploading blog posts and YouTube videos from other channels, or if I'm creating TikToks. I work at most 3 to 4 hours per day. But in the very beginning, and some days I don't work at all, in the very beginning, it is important for you to think this is going to be a job until I get to a level where I can make this semi-passive. A lot of people make the mistake of just trying to get to the passive income, but you need to do the active income until it becomes passive. The active income is creating videos. Now, if we go to my channel, creating videos for years, possibly years without anybody seeing it. Now, if we look at my oldest videos, and this is important, they actually just brought this back. My oldest videos from 5 years ago, some of these videos have 99 views. Some of these videos have 44 views, 23 views, 61 views, 40 views. Now, if I had to stop at 40 views and gave up, I would have said, this isn't working. But what you should do, and I don't want to preach and be on my soapbox, but what I think you should do is I think you should look at this as success. A brand new channel who's created bad videos, essentially, got 129 views. So 129 people that you've never met, that you've never seen, maybe 120 if your mom watched your videos or your family. 120 people who you've never met somewhere around the world have come and watched a video or two of yours. And I think that's the right way to approach it. Not saying, hey, I only got 23 views, got 2.5 thousand views. People, I don't know 2.5 thousand people, but that's the best way. You want to trick yourself into being successful. Don't look at the larger channels in your space and how they're getting thousands of views every single day because you don't know if those views are real or not. Look at it as, hey, I got 120 people whom I've never met before. They've come to my channel and they've watched something. And you can see that my channel kind of evolved over time from tech stuff, talking about Amazon Web Services, to doing review type content, to telling people actually 7,000 views about the Ring Spotlight camera. And by the way, this is how I know what I tell you works. This X versus Y, 7.2 thousand views. I talk about X versus Y all the time, but I don't want this to turn into some sort of preachy type of thing. I just wanted to show you that it is possible to be successful and things can turn around rather quickly. And don't be discouraged because you got 4 views. You just have to learn from your mistakes. Learn from what you've done, learn from what you're doing, and make improvements. Look at my thumbnails from years ago. 113 views, 29 views, 16 views, 42 views. Okay? Anybody can do this. I'm nobody special. You can do it. Go out there, start creating content, and you can be successful online. Watch this video next because YouTube says it will help you grow your online business.